So I am just beyond excited to share with you this month's box because my word, this is one of my favourite products that we do in the Spectrum collection, and we're going to send you a whole box of goodies for you to learn and practice everything that you need to know about our metallic markers. And of course, make sure you check out all the little videos I've got to show you and teach you the techniques, because that's what these boxes are all about. It's about learning something new and trying some different techniques. So, what have you got in the box? What techniques are you going to learn? How are you going to do them, right? Obviously, you've got that lovely out-of-the-box experience, but when I open this up, the main crux of this are our metallic markers. And what I've done is I've included 4 metallic markers for you in the set. So you've got your gold and your silver, which are probably going to become your main go-to metallic markers. But then I've also put you a lovely green and a purple in. So the 2 colours that I found I personally use the most. And remember, each of these markers, it's double-ended. So you get that lovely fine brush tip, and also the very, very, very fine detail. Also a brush tip, but a tiny little fine detail one. So you've got 2 different ends that you can work with. So keep in mind, this is the crux. This is what we're going to learn about. But what else are you getting in your box to work with them? Now, I've had our team design not 1 but 2 full sets of stamps for you. And these are all things like butterflies, we've got dandelion heads, flowers, leaves, tons and tons of sentiments, all things that you're going to use, things that I found specifically worked well with the marker. So for example, this butterfly is wonderful for doing your watercolouring and your stamping techniques with, which I'll show you in just a minute. So all the stamps that you'll need, but the best design stamps to work with this technique. So 2 complete sets of those stamps. Then everything you need to go with. So I've done you a whole pack now. There are 24 cards in this pack in total. So you've got different shape card blanks in black and white card, because sometimes I like to work on the black card and mount and layer it on. Sometimes it's nice to work on the white. Sometimes it's nice to have base cards in the black if you want to do things like your brush lettering. You've got the envelopes that go with them, and I've included you some pre-die cut card blanks. So if you're doing cards, like one of the ones I'm going to show you, we do it where we've already pre-die cut the apertures for you. So loads of cards and envelopes to get you started. I personally found when I was doing a lot of this, I did a lot of matting and layering. So I've actually just pre-included some mirror card for you in gold and silver, in the same shade of gold and silver that are going to match in beautifully with your pens. So when you are doing your matting and layering, it's going to look really professional. Now, what are we going to learn to colour? Okay, now in the technique videos, I will show you that we can colour onto our own pearls, we can colour onto our own embellishments. So why not throw some in the box? So I've included for you a set of assorted pearls, a lovely set of metal charms, and if I take these out, you can see the different metal charms that we've got to work with. So I've tried to keep it nice and safe and simple. Go with things like the florals, the little butterflies in there, but some really lovely, beautiful designs that you've got to work with there. So we've got all these metal charms included. We've also got, I've put you a little bit of the fine ribbon, which works nicely with the metal charms. But then in terms of different mediums for you to try stamping and colouring onto, we've put some white and black cards, cut to different sizes for your mats and layers, but also I've just put the bulk of it in the largest size so that you can cut it down to anything you want. And then I've done the same with some vellum and also some acetate, because you'll see I'll show you different techniques stamping onto the acetate. You can use them for apertures in your aperture cards, so lots of different mediums to try and work with, as well as having obviously the cards to work all of this onto. So loads and loads and loads of stuff in this month's box. So what am I going to show you, right? Well, first of all, we're going to start off. These pens are brilliant for watercolouring. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do some basic stamping techniques with the stamps you get in the set, and then how to pick these pens up with water and blend them beautifully with water. Then we're going to learn how to use them as ink pads. So we're going to learn how to stamp directly onto the stamp, so colour directly onto the stamp, stamp with it, and again, if you want this lovely ethereal feel to it, using a spritzer bottle to spritz some extra water on to work with that, or even just how to use them as beautiful ink pads, because to be honest, if nothing else, you've got 4 wonderful metallic ink pads there in your pens. Now on top of that, I'm going to show you how we can do some lovely detailed colouring with them. So I recommend stamping and embossing with some heat embossing powder, and then you can get right in between them fine lines. So we'll do a little bit of that. And then finally, in the last project, we really go whole hog and cover off a lot of the other techniques that I haven't shown you, such as the stamping onto acetate and colouring from behind, colouring your little embellishments that I talked about, colouring your pearls, and also I'll show you how to stamp these lovely hearts with your pens. So loads of stuff to learn. This is literally just scratching the surface. I've never known a more versatile product come in such a small format, and I'm really excited that we've got a whole box for you to explore, learn, look at what our designers have done, get some inspiration with the videos that we've done, and then the most important thing, remember, I want to see what you've done. So I want you to share with us everything that you've made to hopefully inspire loads of other people. Right, until next month, have fun with your metallic pen box, and I can't wait to get in that Facebook group and see what everybody's been making, and I'll check in with you next month. Lots of love for now. Bye bye.